Battle of Sluys, 1340, the naval battle that gave England control of the Channel. In the early years of the Hundred Years' War, control of the sea was just as important as control of the battlefield. Whoever ruled the English Channel could invade enemy territory, move armies safely, and control trade. In 1340, this struggle for dominance erupted in one of the most decisive naval battles of medieval history, the Battle of Sluys. Rising tensions between England and France. By the late 1330s, war had broken out between Edward III, King of England, and Philip VI of France, ruler of France. Edward claimed the French crown through his mother, igniting a conflict that would last more than a century. To prevent an English invasion, France built a powerful fleet and stationed it near the port of Sluys. The French navy planned to blockade the English coast and stop Edward's army from crossing the Channel, but Edward III had other plans. Two fleets face each other. In June 1340, Edward III personally led a fleet of around 200 ships across the English Channel. Many of these were merchant vessels converted into warships, packed with soldiers and longbowmen. Waiting for them was a massive French fleet commanded by Hugh Quiéret and Nicolas Béhuchet. The French ships were chained together in defensive lines across the harbor entrance at Sluys, creating what they believed was an impenetrable barrier. However, this tactic would soon prove to be a fatal mistake. The battle begins. On June 24, 1340, the English fleet approached with the wind and sun behind them, a significant advantage. Edward arranged his ships in waves. Each English ship carried deadly longbowmen, whose rapid arrows rained down on the tightly packed French vessels. The battle quickly turned chaotic. English ships crashed into the French lines, and soldiers boarded enemy vessels, turning the naval clash into brutal hand-to-hand combat. Because the French ships were chained together, they could not maneuver or retreat. Instead, they became trapped targets. A devastating defeat for France. The fighting lasted all day. One by one, French ships were overwhelmed by English archers and boarding parties. By the end of the battle, most of the French fleet was destroyed or captured. Thousands of French sailors and soldiers were killed. Commanders Hugh Quiéret and Nicolas Béhuchet were both killed. The defeat was catastrophic for France. Their navy was virtually wiped out in a single day. England takes control of the Channel. The Battle of Sluys gave England complete naval dominance over the English Channel for years to come. This victory allowed Edward III to safely transport troops into France, leading to major English campaigns during the war, including famous victories like the Battle of Crecy in 1346. More importantly, the battle proved the devastating power of English longbowmen, even at sea. Legacy of the battle. The Battle of Sluys became one of the most important naval victories in medieval history. It demonstrated that naval battles could be decisive in large wars and established England as a dominant maritime power. For the next several decades of the Hundred Years' War, control of the sea would allow England to strike deep into French territory. And it all began with a single day of brutal fighting in the harbor of Sluys, where the fate of the Channel was decided.